Well, camping again today, but before we get into those activities, there's some business we got to talk about. PayPal donations. Alright, so maybe a little over a week ago I got an email from a viewer who wanted to order me a spark plug removal tool and just send it to me as a gesture. I wasn't putting it off because I was so broke I couldn't afford a $15 tool. I was putting it off because I had categorized this motorcycle as something that I can't focus on right now because I'm trying to move. I just bought a house, so I respect that offer. I consider that as a donation. I'm doing all this stuff on my own dime. It's expensive, man. Those saddlebags that I just lost were $175. They're very high quality, and I bought them because I need something that I can put on my bike and never worry about, you know. I bought those bags specifically to help me come out here to places like this and do these things. I need to replace them, but for $175 I could epoxy coat my garage, or I could do any number of things. I guess my point is that over time I've been trying to slowly gear up to get this motorcycle to the point where I could do multi-day trips, and the AdSense revenue, not even close. It's not even close to being enough to pay for any of that. If you don't know, AdSense is Google's payment service, basically, and you can put ads on your YouTube videos because YouTube is owned by Google, and then the money you get from those advertisements comes through your AdSense account, and once your account reaches $100 or whatever threshold you set, that money gets sent into your bank account. I've been talking way too long on this. I'm not going to come close to replacing my saddlebags. So my point is, I've started a PayPal donation button, or a link. It's in the description. You don't have to donate, but if you want to, I will appreciate it because I need those bags back. I'm going to need a tank bag for camera gear. You will help accelerate the progression of this YouTube channel and the progression of me going out and doing the stuff that you like watching me do. But you don't have to do it. I don't really care. I just want to make sure everyone knows that it's there for you to help me out and for us to try to move this thing forward. And going forward, I shouldn't have any more problems with theft because I'm going to have a garage. I'm going to move out of the ghetto. Things should go pretty well for me from there on out. So today, I'm off above Cave Creek again. And I'm on the, I guess this is considered Cave Creek Road at this point. It's the same part of the Tonto National Forest that I started out on when I went to go to Sheep's Bridge. I guess it's like the northwest portion of the Tonto National Forest. This area is a desert, and from where I live and from areas I'm knowledgeable of, this seemed like the easiest place to come out to and find a camping spot. I've seen several out here, so I know that I know that they're here. I know I can find somewhere to sleep tonight. The only problem is these clouds. Clouds were not looking so great earlier. There was a big black cloud above this area, and I thought, oh shit, my sleeping bag is not waterproof. And I don't have a waterproof cover on it. I don't mind myself getting wet because I've got my thermal stuff in my dry bag. But if that sleeping bag gets wet, I'm going to have a hell of a time sleeping in it. Fortunately, though, it hasn't rained yet and the clouds are actually looking okay. But I definitely don't want to have to deal with that tonight. So if it starts raining, I'm probably going to just pull over and set it up because I'd really like to get the shelter set up before any of that starts happening. I wish guys wouldn't park in the campsites, take their bikes off their trailers. I mean, look at this guy over here. Like, that is a campsite that I could stay at, but he's got his fucking truck parked there. I passed up on one that I could take. I think I'm gonna go a little deeper in and see if I can find something a little more private. There's a lot of trails that go under the power lines. I could just take one of those and camp under the power lines, but that might be weird. It's not really what I had in my mind. Dude, I can't. When I'm riding around these ledges like this, if I look off over the ledge, it makes me want to just steer that way. I always go where I look. Dangerous. It's a good spot. what they're doing. It looks like they're walking that trail. They had like face paint on or something, so I know they're doing it for fun. But fuck. It looks rough. Okay. I believe this is one of the... No, is it? Yeah, I think this is one of the places I was looking at checking out. I marked it on my map on my phone, so I should be able to check it out. It's hard to stand up. I've got this sleeping bag attached to the back of me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check the map because I'm not certain this is where I wanted to be. It's a rough road though. This thing is barely running. Doesn't sound happy. No idea what elevation this is. Cool thing about this phone, somehow when it's on airplane mode, it shows me my location. Yeah, this is it. Interesting. It doesn't look so inviting. And these clouds are looking like shit. So I'm gonna go over here and take a piss. And then we're gonna figure out what to fucking do. Well, it gets kind of gnarly, and I don't really want to risk getting down in there and getting stuck, not being able to turn my bike around or dumping it or some shit. At the risk of, getting down in there and not finding a place to put my tent. I think I'm just going to go find a different spot. It's like a cool area, I just don't want to ride it right now with its bike loaded down. At risk of being rained on from two different directions. You know what I mean? I make a lot of really safe choices when I'm out doing stuff like this. Ever since that ridiculous day where I tried to ride up that mesa in the middle of the summer. Oh, you piece of shit. Well, that reminds me, the spark plug tool that the guy sent me came in today, and so I installed a new spark plug today. The original spark plug that was in it was seized up, like, it's real hard to get out, and when I got it out, it kind of looked corroded. But then on one side it was dark, like it had been hit with fuel and stuff, and then the other side it was light, like it was running lean. I've never seen a spark plug that's two different colors, but it didn't really give me much indication on how happy the bike was with its fuel ratio. Alright, we may end up just camping right over here because these clouds are looking menacing. It's one of these. Does that look safe? Fuck it, I like torture. Yeah, this looks like a place to camp. Pretty private too, I just don't want someone else to show up. It's a perfect spot for a couple of tents. It's a nice little secluded area. It's just I can see rain, like I can see it. It's that close to me. I feel like I've been dodging it all day like a bee. What should I do? What should I do? The reason I don't like this spot is because people don't know I'm in here and they can pretty easily drive in looking for a place to camp, and I don't like being driven up on. That's another thing I guess I need to spend some money on is rain gear. I need something that'll at least cover my gear on the back of the bike. I gotta get fucking started unpacking because it's raining right now. Like all of the weather is east and south of me because over there it is so thick with rain that I can't see the mountain. There's like a mountain range here, and there's another strip of mountains past it. They are completely obscured. So for now, I'm gonna get set up in here in my little wind shelter. I've been thinking recently, I The prospect that like a nylon tent is going to protect you from anything is pretty funny. Like as humans, we just like to put ourselves inside of a container and then we feel safe. It will protect you from the weather though, like if it rains or snows. It'll also contain your heat, which is handy. All right, what do I need to do here? Let's start with this. This thing is a tent footprint, and it is supposed to go under the tent. It's sort of protected, like from the ground. The problem is, it's not as big as the tent is, right? So I don't understand what Marmot expected people to do with these things. But if anybody knows why the tent footprint isn't as big as the tent footprint, let me know. I use it as a ground cloth. Starting to feel some rain. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that it would rain today, just not on me, because I'd like to test this tent out in wind and rain. So, I don't think I've ever talked about this sleeping bag. It's a Marmot Trestles 0 degree bag. It's actually suitable for negative 2.4 degrees Fahrenheit. According to this bag, it says negative 2.4. I've never tested it in those climates. I'd love to. I think normally these things are like 160 or 180, close to. I got it on sale from Backcountry, I think it was backcountry.com, 115. My main criteria when I bought this thing was that it was capable of withstanding 0 degree temperatures and it was like below 150 bucks. I did not want Signal Flare Orange, but that's the only color they had. So that's the color that I got. What should we go do? Hike up a hill in motorcycle boots? I definitely don't want to get out and film because I've got rain issues right now. I've been looking forward to that. The rain is kind of picking up. And now those mountains over there are completely obscured. It's actually looking pretty grim. Should be an interesting evening. I think I'll go for a walk. This might be an interesting video. I might just be stuck in a tent in the rain. Oh yeah, somebody else pulled up. That's awkward. I don't want to walk around now. So instead, I'm gonna drink whiskey. Should have brought a book. It's not supposed to rain all day, but it was supposed to rain some. It's getting a lot colder too. It's dropped probably 10 degrees.